Z159 FM.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Squirt.
Squirt who?
Squirt is P, you dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Andrea told me, so you're on the mend too. Christine's on the mend too. She had surgery too. I hope you feel better. Good morning, everybody. Probably similar to what we did yesterday. I'll ask something that we normally don't ask, but on a day like today when we are weakened, I will ask, is there anything you would like for us to talk about? Jesus Christ, Christine. Oh my God, I can't read that. Oh my God. Well, I hope you feel better. My God. Good morning, Jay. Let me give everybody some hellos. Chris was like one of the first ones in here. Who is that? Oh, Shell. What up, Shell? Shredded Bear, Conway J, Cornish Cheesecakes, EJ. EJ's down to, what did he say, 269? Is that what he's at? I forget what EJ's down. Oh, there it is. Hold on. He's at 269, down from 314. That's good, dude. Keyed Up BDM, Big Doug, Frog and Molly. We got a comment on YouTube from the real Jamonkey. They heard the show that we did with Savannah and they commented. And they said, Boomba Clot. Yeah. Jamonkey likes us. Mr. B-Birds, that is all, I hate to even admit this, that is all AI created lo-fi music that I made by pressing one button. It is not a channel. I guess it could be a channel. I'm sure somebody else has done that and has 16 billion songs on their AI channel. But that is just some, just a little something I whipped up before the surgery. Okay, Dr. Mushin, so the Rizzler flavored Arizona iced tea has been out for a while. It's been out for a minute. You need to get with the times, man. You're slow to the trends. Christine is here for more finger tap controversy with Tom. That's funny. There's a $50 cardboard cutout of Hezbollah on Amazon. I want to buy the studio as a gift. I'll chip in even on that. I think that'd be pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. It's decent lo-fi. What beer, if you guys had a craft beer you were drinking right now, do you have a craft beer you're drinking right now? Anybody? Any favorite ones? You guys don't, I don't see normally you guys talking about drinking very much in there. I do, Mr. B-Birds. Yeah, we use a chat consolidator, namely Restreamio or whatever this thing is called to restream the show. Sailfish Brewery, tag and release. That sounds good. What Shred Bear? What flavor is that? Hello, Paloma Blue. I'm okay. I'm nauseous. Other than that, I'm good. It's the pain is the pain. You can't do much about that. But the nausea, I hate. Heineken Zero. Heineken Zero is not bad. It tastes like Heineken to me. Amber Ale. Okay. I like an amber ale. Email there. Filipino beer Red Horse has been an absolute slayer. Okay, that sounds great. Yeah, I haven't been drinking. I'm almost at 70 days no drinking. So I'll probably continue doing that. That's pretty awesome, Ghost. I would love a bottle of that or any promo stuff from that. Didn't Jesse... Is our relationship slightly fractured with him a bit or something? Didn't something happen there? I hear tell we're going to have our friend Robert stop by on Monday. So that might be kind of fun. Anybody following the 50 Cent and T.I. beef? Where 50 Cent is making 50 Cent is making fun of T.I.'s wife and King's obviously mother by posting that she looks like a Muppet or that her butt lift is terrible. And then he has released two different like diss tracks in the last 24 hours. T.I. has released two different diss tracks. Oh yeah. Follow it. So a whole list of people that say they're celibate because Tim Gunn from Project Runway came out and said that he was celibate. He had an early heartbreak. It led him to swear off sex ever since. This man told him he didn't love him anymore in 1982, and then that was it. He just stopped having sex. That's wild, right?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Must be wired or to not want it that much or have low testosterone or dry sex drive, you know?
Or maybe he satisfies himself, and that's enough. You know,
That's
fill
never
his own
enough.
cup. It's never enough for us, but we're wild animals. Maybe old Tim Gunn is not.
Yeah. If you, I mean, it's like you don't need it, and you don't care.
I know a lot of guys that are like that.
You
They
don't
won't
need-
talk about it, but there's a lot of guys I know that are just like, I'm just not interested in it, man.
Well, your
Okay.
libido, which I thought meant boner, but it does not. It means your want to have sex.
Yeah, your libido.
Then
They like
that-
your pompadour.
No.
Yeah, they do. Ghost says if Tom keeps growing out his pompadour and styling it at an angle, he will eventually have the same haircut as Gumby. Well, that was a mean thing to say.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Remember when Eddie Murphy played Gumby? I'm Gumby, goddammit. I think he played Gumby as a Jewish man. It's a better time when comedy was doing stuff like
What
that.
movie was that?
It was Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah.
I think. I could be
Yeah,
getting that.
yeah,
I'm all
yeah.
fucked up on drugs, apparently, and I didn't know this for my first hip replacement, but I think I do have to take some pills that kind of like ease my body into having metal joints. Not for
Okay.
the joints, but it's just like they're doing a lot of precaution now, you know?
Yeah.
And the pills, they make you feel like bullshit. Fucking hate it. I'm off anything pain related. It makes me it's making me throw up. So I'll do pain.
Yeah, well,
I'll just-
like tramadol.
It just makes me sick to my stomach. I took
Yeah.
it for 2 days, and I was like, I can't do this tramadol shit. It makes my stomach hurt. It makes me want to throw up at all times. I'd rather just sit there in pain and be mad. All right, do you guys have anything you want to talk about? I have a couple things I want to mention. Would you like to start?
Sure.
This is for tonight. This is Tuesday.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and hang out in the chat room. Just search for @Tom and Dan Live on all social media. But yeah, there's tons of people in there we've been talking to. In fact, one of our friends from the chat room, Robert's going to stop by the studio on Monday. He's coming into town from other parts of North America, and we'll be stopping by to visit. If you are a BDM member and would like to possibly visit the show, email me, dan@tomanddan.com. Maybe we can work it out.
Yeah. And, it does help if you're out of town. If you're in town, then...
No, thank you.
Well,
Is that what you're saying?
You can visit the studio. You just got to use a sponsor and be like, hey, I use Core Flooring in Winter Park.
That's an easy one.
And you just have to get an estimate. Or went to Jeff's Bagel Run, or use Modern Plumbing.
Well, I'm always at Jeff's Bagel Run. Big fan of Modern PI.
Yeah.
Core Flooring. Let's talk about them for a second. How small of a square, how hard would it be to make my fourth floor a dance studio?
That's easy.
I want the right flooring, mirrors everywhere.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They don't put in mirrors. I can do the mirrors.
Not core.
But they could do the floor.
But they don't want to vouch. They'll be off site by the time you start the mirrors, right? Because
I know mirrors.
Corey doesn't do that. He don't mess around. He's like, okay.
Well, you put the floor in.
And then he's out of there.
He's like, I have nothing to do with that, whatever the hell, Tom.
This weird mirror guy.
Stud finders don't work that well.
Okay. Tell me about it. This is a good. Let's talk about it, buddy. You seem irritated.
No. Well, okay. So over the years, I've learned how to do some minor handyman work throughout the house, like hang stuff. I understand.
Hanging pictures is not minor handyman work.
No, like hang anything.
And look, I'm not Mr. Fix-It, but if you're going to equate hanging pictures as handyman work, we can't be friends.
Drilling into the studs, changing outlets, minor stupid stuff, hanging fans. So anyway, I every once in a while, Crystal will want to hang some heavy ass something. Like we got this gigantic. It's probably 80 pounds.
You have a statue like Epstein hanging from a ceiling, right? A gold statue with a rope around his neck, like Epstein has.
Why do you have that?
I don't know. I saw that this morning. They're like, here are the photos Epstein doesn't want you to see, and I'm like, I think he's dead, right? Like, so he doesn't want us to see any photos. He's not thinking about it.
So
golden statue with a rope around his neck.
That's weird.
But you know what I would think if I walked into Tom Van's mansion and you had a golden statue with a rope around his neck hanging from the ceiling, I'd be like, holy crap, this guy F's.
Wait,
I would.
To scare the young girls. Sorry.
Quick to my bedroom. What's less scary?
So I got to use a stud finder because I have to drill into the stud behind the drywall. You can't just hang, heavy stuff off, drywall anchors.
You can. It will fall.
Yeah. So then I get the stud finder, and I'm like, all right, I know the studs are, I look it up online, every 11 inches or 12, whatever the hell it is, 15 inches.
Yeah, whatever you looked up.
It says it online. I look it up every time. And then I get the stud finder, and then I'm going, and I'm like, all right, from the...
You got the orange one?
Yeah,
with
the
yellow.
Felt.
The yellow.
Yeah,
yellow, orange with the felt on the back.
I even bought the more expensive one.
Me too.
And then you can go deep stud or...
I like deep stud.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You can find your neighbor's studs.
And then...
I'm like, uh-oh.
I'm dragging it, and then it's like, oh, okay, here it is. Like, it goes up, and it's like, okay, and then it'll go along, and then go off, and you're like, oh, that's as wide as the stud is. Then you go back, and you're like, okay, stud's here. You mark it with a pencil.
Yes.
Then you go to, and then all of a sudden, like, it'll go, and we're like, what? Why? Is that I've only gone 6 inches? There should be nothing here. And then I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's not there's no outlet here. Doesn't make sense anything is here. And then I go back to the other stud, doesn't even go off.
Yeah, it's like the first reading was wrong. But you've already marked and drilled.
Yeah, well,
so you've ruined the wall.
Yeah, well... So what the hell? Why can't they make an accurate, never fail stud finder?
They've got to have one. It's got to be a throw money at a scenario. You and I have been using big yellow stud. Every
cheapo
every
Home
man
Depot.
listening to this right now.
Is there a very high quality
There's got to be.
more accurate stud.
I'm finding this with everything. Our friend Matt Mormon, who we got to get in here from Obsessed Garage, like kind of turned me on to that. Like you and I have been using all plastic garbage for everything we do. And then he'll have some product. He'll be like, this faucet that I have will never break. It could be, you could literally, you could melt it with a blowtorch. It'll never break. And this it's a $1,500 faucet.
$1,500. I'm not buying that.
Well,
I buy the garbage.
I do too. I do too.
Because the problem, like, I only use a stud finder once every 6 months or something. So it's like I don't need.
What if we go in on
one?
What if we go in on one? A good one.
No, we can't ever share anything. I've realized that a long time ago in our partnership because I can't take care of my stuff as well as you want.
It happened with the Preparation H wipes in the bathroom. Is that what this is all about?
What do you mean?
I got a thing of Preparation medicated wipes for us to share in our bathroom.
No, I don't use any of that.
Oh, okay.
I don't use.
I thought that's
wipes.
what this was about.
No.
Okay.
I don't. No. I don't like wet wipes. There's not.
I just wet toilet paper and then just get crumbles everywhere.
Yeah.
And then just get crumbles everywhere. Franklin, we need to buy Franklin Sensors. That's the company we should use. Franklin Sensors.
That's the highest
That's the
quality
most
stud
trusted.
finder.
That's the most trusted one. Franklin Sensors, right here.
All right.
$60. I can get you a Franklin sensor.
All right. You know, there's something to be said about using some high quality thing instead of the cheap BS that we all use.
I don't think I've ever spent more than $14 on a stud finder.
I'll lose it. That's
$60 is a lot of money for one of these. That's not even the best one.
I'll put it down. I'll lose it. That's another curse. I gave to my sons too. Yeah.
Oh, this one knows drywall studs. It's got 13 different sensors. 13 sensors. My God! It detects wood and metal and studs.
No parent ever talks about the pain it is when you realize you've genetically given your kids something horrible.
It only works if your wife's good genes haven't stomped out your bad genes. In my case, I got my bad genes stomped out.
She got nothing that negative from
there's some anxiety. No, there's some anxiety and stuff in there, but it's all kind of minuscule.
Okay, yeah.
You know, Andrea's genes are so strong, and I'm so weak, just overall weak.
That the gene pool just edited you out.
It just gave up. No. There was no editing out. I don't even think I mattered. You know?
Her egg was like the your cell.
I even got there.
Contribute.
Think about it. Use common sense. My spermatozoa got there and gassed out. It was like, it can be a girl. Right?
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Right?
Yeah,
that's kind of what happened.
Because I made two boys, and there are words like me.
Do not say that.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's talk about parents for a second. You touched on something I was reading this morning that has a connection to Martinsville, Virginia, where my family's from.
Yep.
All of my family's from Martinsville, Virginia. There was a mom, this is our tie-in, who vanished without a trace 24 years ago. She was going to a Kmart in Martinsville, Virginia. It was right around Christmas time. North Carolina mom.
She left Christmas shopping and never came back.
Yeah, this is the Good Charlotte.
It was a woman's version of the go out to get a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah. So she went out, and then let's see here. It would have been December 31st, 2001 is when she was reported missing. She had gone out.
Damn, she went out to go Christmas shopping, and they didn't report her missing till the 31st?
She was last seen on the 9th. Last seen on December 9th, 2001, but law enforcement announced that they received a tip about her location February 19th and later met with her in person at a, quote, undisclosed location. Officials say that Smith, her family was notified that she had been located, and the missing woman requested to keep her location unknown. Here's the story. So I guess she tucked her kids in. She had two daughters and a younger son and two daughters, one 19, one 14, and one like very young, like I want to say like 3 or 4. She kissed them goodnight. She went out to go Christmas shopping and never comes home.
Okay, all right.
Husband is, I think, from what I've read in older reports, was like lead suspect of a disappearance. All this trouble.
Yeah.
Like,
if I'm the cop, I'm like, for sure the husband murdered her.
You monster.
I was like 90% chance.
Yeah, and so they find her, and they find this lady. Her name is Michelle Hundry Smith, now 62. First reported missing December 31st, 2001. She's been located after detectives received this new information. They met with her at an undisclosed location, and at her request, her current whereabouts will remain secretive to everyone. So she is chosen. We found her. Missing person, because she was always a missing person. So they're going to keep those things open.
Yeah,
Let's hope they do.
It's not illegal to just leave your family. That.
Should it be?
No,
I mean, because like
there's
me
nothing-
and Andrea were talking about this over breakfast. I was like, but because they interview some of the kids, dude, it's heartbreaking, man. They interview one of the daughters. She says, quote, "I'm ecstatic. I'm pissed. I'm heartbroken. I'm all over the map.
Because the kids thought she was dead.
Will I have a relationship once more with my mom? Honestly, I can't answer that because I don't even know. My initial reaction would be yes, absolutely. But then I think of all the hurt. But even then, my mom is only human, just as we all are." That's a pretty adult thing to say. So the whole thing is weird. Also, what if the mom just says, "No, I don't want to reconnect with you"? Kind of sounds like that's what she wants to do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She didn't think she was going to end up being caught. She thought she'd gotten away with it.
Yeah.
So let's walk. You and I walk through. I don't know if we're able to get there because we're pretty into our kids, and by into them, I think we're very into our children.
See,
I cannot wrap my brain around walking away from that.
no, you can't.
Can't do it.
Well, you can't. It's like you can't. This is similar to suicide because okay.
What's worse because she comes back into the picture.
Well, okay.
And now you have to decide what you want to do with that. With suicide, there's a finality there. As bad as it is, you can resolve it, though, right?
So, okay.
Because it's final.
I started thinking about this. Everybody, it's like, jumping off a cruise ship, right? Where there's a reason why people relate.
Which everyone is saying is just like Tourette's. Because Tourette's is in the news a lot.
Everybody can relate, I think, to that small feeling of like standing on a building or a cruise ship or whatever, and like, what if I jumped off? Or like you're standing and like in traffic, you're like, what if I jumped into traffic? It's like some weird thing that goes to your mind that's a crazy thought that no one acts on, but it just happens. And then we joke around about it like, oh, did you feel like jumping off a cruise ship? And like, I did feel it. What is that? I think it's just some weird like subconscious thought that we all have,
But
and then,
she committed because she's gonna come back around to December 9th every December for 24 years.
yeah.
So I'm obviously way too an emotional person. There's no way I could ever do this because every time December 9th would roll back around, I'm going to be reminded of the fact that I've walked out on my family.
Yeah.
And villainized my husband.
And then more like, I feel like everybody's had that thought and that run through their mind of their stressed out holiday season, whatever. You're like, what if I just took off and, lived under a bridge? We talk about it all the time. It's like, I think people can relate to that. Then some people do it, and moms insanely rare. Mostly it's the dads, and then we understand. And that's kind of like almost biological in some way where, dads get more like, I think it's more common with dads because that's what dads used to do. Just spread their seed around, you don't settle down as much.
I thought the connection was different.
But the mom, this is bizarre. And then once you leave your family to, in your mind, cut them off and be like, I'm never coming back. They think I'm dead because for sure she thought, I mean, she could search the newspapers or whatever. Go online and then there's like, this person is missing, presumed dead. I mean, the family presumes them dead, Like when you go missing, most likely you're dead because no one can imagine you being alive and then putting all your friends and family through that, right?
Correct.
And then you get found, and then they realize she's been alive the whole time.
And you were okay putting us through all of this.
Yeah.
That's a hard thing to rectify, right?
The
husband's going to have, his is going to be super special. The kids, I don't even really fault the kids for wanting a relationship with their mom. What a strange thing to be staring down. But the husband, man, I don't know about that. You put me through the ringer, man.
Yeah.
I was a villain. You had my own kids thinking I killed you or kidnapped you or forced you away or whatever. Now, I'm paraphrasing there and filling in the blanks with my own details, but still, God.
So I every once in a while get super stoned and I'll think about this.
Leaving your family.
No. I'll think about that there is a small but real possibility that my dad could still be alive. And this is how high I get sometimes.
No, it could
Because
yes.
because he died in such a chaotic time in Hurricane Andrew, and then my grandfather's the one that found him. I think they did ID him through fingerprints and things like that, but there's a chance that maybe they didn't, and maybe he faked his death to get away because he may be in danger or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I've told myself
this is really common.
So, you know, and then like maybe he did it to protect us in some way because some bad hombres were looking for him.
Yeah.
Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a
And this
form
sounds
of-
ridiculous, but
No. I think it's a form of self-soothing.
so because he died in such a weird way, and this whole, you know, I've thought about this elaborate thing of like, what if he did, and then what if he came back into my life, and then how would I have a relationship with
a comedy movie? I mean,
No, how would I have a relationship with this person?
it's Diesel Captain Grandpa.
Like
He's been gone 30 years.
Yeah, like it has been 30 years, and then knowing this person actively left, like, could they explain it out? Like, could I then have a relationship with
Well,
them?
you would be one of the best person because you're pretty good at, like, if I were able to explain it to you and it sort of made sense, I think you're gonna try and forgive me. You're good for that. See, I'm way more emotional. It'd be very hard to get past my exterior to even get to a relationship with me because I'm gonna be so mad at you.
Well, it'd be
You may not have that.
well, also you miss all this bonding time and this place where you get to know another human, and then it's like, so how could it be? That's what's weird about, like, every once in a while someone seeks out their biological parents, and then sometimes they do have a good relationship moving forward, and it's more of a friendly type of, like,
you know, my buddy.
Yeah, or like, I don't know. It's a bizarre thing to have a relationship with someone after a long time, and then especially if it's like biological like that. It's a hard thing to do.
When this story hit Reddit, I mean, obviously it's super crazy to think about it, and it's also super sad that the lady's requesting to be left alone. And it's not only sad for the kids; it's also sad for her, right? I mean, think about being in a position where you have to be tracked down, and then your answer to the police, to the detectives, that's not an easy thing to say. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, I don't think anybody chooses that path. And it's like, yeah, I want to sit with the detectives and tell them I just want to be left alone. What a horrible place to be in life. But on the Reddit page, a lot of people, and like you talking about getting high and inventing like almost
all these scenarios,
a tall tale about your dad. Everybody who had a parent die very early on, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of stories on Reddit of people like me and my brother would sit up and do what ifs about our dad, about
coming back.
about
that
coming
happens.
back.
Yeah,
I think that's just a natural human thing that you have to do. I think you have to do that. I even do it now, dude. I do it now. And my dad died.
There's no closure.
My dad died at 66. I saw him die. I still do it now. Not the same way, but they're still thinking, like, what if, like, it's just, I think that's a human, I think you have to do it to make yourself not go nuts.
I think that's a weird thing, too. That's why they used to do open caskets a lot more and stuff. It's like your brain, without that closure, it always leaves a tiny door open where without you seeing a person dead or die,
right.
then it's always kind of open in your head. You're like, oh, what if this person comes back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's probably more healthy to have that, that definitive closure. Like, oh, this person is never coming back.
I think open casket almost is like it burned hot and now it's gone. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last like real funeral I've been to. Everything like that I've been to in recent times.
Yeah.
And in my own family are almost just like, hey, we're doing a little get together.
Celebrations, yeah.
But there's none of the body thing. All of that's gone. That's not really a thing. It could be, and I know, maybe in some like Catholic community, Latin community, I know you guys are going to run a little more traditional, but I don't see it.
No. And about 15 years ago, I went to open casket, maybe even 20 years ago, and it was a kid or like a teenager.
Christ.
And that was, I was like, man, I don't, this is hard.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah. But I guess, again, it's probably more healthy in the long run. All right. How the hell we get there?
We're having a Morbid Tuesday. It's Morbid Tuesday.
It is Morbid Tuesday.
Do you think, let's do a little bet because they'll follow this one. Do you think that she'll end up having a relationship with her kids again.
No, no. I mean, this is a mental illness, obviously. No.
People get mad when you say that.
Well, how could it not be? Any mom, I mean, I think you have to say that if you're a mom, because you would be like, there would be, in 99% of the scenarios, you'd have to kill a mom to not be with her kids. And
Right.
Then you'd have to, what I'm saying? Like,
You also
and she
didn't-
died. She died to try to get back to him.
I also noticed there weren't any other like red flags in here that would have made me feel really, really bad. Like they found her on her porch with her new family and playing pickleball with her daughters. Like it wasn't like that.
Men start new families. I don't think women do. I think.
Do you think women do it because they know exactly what they need? I have a mental illness. I do not want kids. This is not for me. I'm out.
Yeah.
Men do it and then go like, oh my God, what have I done? I want something new.
Yeah,
I need comfort.
And you start a new family.
We need Colette in here, honestly, to talk a little bit about this.
By the way, that's way worse for the old kids to know that your dad started a new family, and then he didn't leave them. He just stuck with them.
Way
It's
worse.
like, God damn.
If my mom leaves and leaves me because and I know this is a hard pill to, and we'll get off of this, I promise, but it is a very hard pill. But if my mom left because she didn't truly love me, the way a mom should, and she was not set to be a mother.
Yeah.
That's terrible, but it is better than, dad went and now he's doing all the coaching the soccer and he loves him so much.
Well, what's really crazy is there's a 19-year-old involved in this. So that 19-year-old had a mom her whole life. And then the young kid is not going to have, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like,
yeah, I
that's
didn't think
crazy.
about that.
Like, she raised two kids or raised one kid their whole life and then left at the third kid.
I still
like,
think
imagine that third kid.
I still think husband, with that guy, you got to talk to that guy. What did you go through, man? Holy smokes. Crazy.
Yeah.
And you got to be so relieved now.
Well, you just get a new wife. That's the thing with husbands.
With
Like,
guys.
yeah. You're
No,
like,
no,
oh,
I'm
the
talking
old
about just
one
the
left.
investigation.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No,
Hard to get a new wife after they think you killed your old wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
At least for me, when you look crazy.
Although women will date inmates and murderers and things.
I find that
like
very interesting. Can we talk about that? I find that hot for some reason. It's
So
almost
you
like
gotta find the right one.
It's almost like they're taking a risk, right? It's like
Yeah,
running
yeah.
with scissors online. It's like, I'm going to date this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people that do that. I have a friend right now who is dating a man who's incarcerated.
So, do you record a message? Like, the police go back to the kids and say, like, "Hey, we found your mom. She told us she does not wish to be contacted and she wishes to stay anonymous." Right?
I don't think they say the first part. I don't think they try to point it at the kids at all. I think they say, we did reach your mom. We've confirmed it is your mom. And she has asked that her whereabouts be kept a secret. I think they keep it real vague. She's going to be found, by the way. Newsflash. The fact that People Magazine and everybody's reporting that she asked to be anonymous, well, she will never be now.
Yeah.
Because the sleuths on Reddit and you can be found now. The only person we can't find now is Savannah Guthrie's mom. I have no idea why that's a thing, but we just can't. That's an impossibility. She cannot be found. But this woman will be found, and people will have pictures of her. Here she is eating at the diner. Here's her new husband. Here's her trailer. Yada yada. They'll have it.
Yeah,
100%. And it's sad because she can't even execute.
No. She deserves, everything.
Does she though?
Yeah.
But
You
does she
abandoned your kids.
But she did. But
You're a
but
POS.
what if she abandoned her kids because she's just not good at being a mom?
If you're not good at it, you just got to stick to it.
So no matter what, even if it damages your kids.
Well, that's a different thing. If you're abusing POS, then
I don't
maybe
she
it's-
was. That's what makes it so
something-
weird.
Like, just because you don't want to do this anymore, that doesn't matter. Like, it's not a job it's not something you applied for.
Yeah, but if you're
It's your
crazy enough to walk
responsibility.
away from it for 25 years, I'd say maybe you don't need to be my mom. Because that sounds dangerous.
No, well, you just got to do the work. I don't know. I mean, there's no and if you do leave your kids, regardless of the reason, and you're like, I didn't want the responsibility, I'm not paying. She also hasn't. Hold on. Wouldn't she be in jail for child support? I guess maybe if you didn't work or something, because
They don't
you're still
really-
on the hook.
Yeah,
you
they-
can't. Because the dad, like, for instance, you couldn't just leave your family and not pay them anything. That's illegal.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't think that it got that far in what they're talking about. It seems like they're trying to paint the picture from just like the little
Yeah, I
details
guess
I got that the husband was the main breadwinner, and they had a very traditional, old
Yeah,
school,
didn't
early
work.
2000s life, living in that area. But I know that Kmart. I've been to that Kmart in Martinsville multiple times. The one that she was supposedly going to and disappearing.
And then, again, that's why it's such a big story because I bet if you talk to the kids, like even the 19-year-old, they'd probably say like, "Oh yeah, my mom was crazy the whole time," like she probably knew. It's like a sane person doesn't do this, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
know?
I agree. You want to do a couple of voicemails, buddy?
Yeah.
If you have voicemail messages that you would like to leave for us, please do so using our app. You can just hit the button and record your message. It's super duper easy. A little area says mediocre messages. Or you can give us a call.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
before we do some voicemails,
Yeah.
I'll tell you about. I watched a 3-part documentary that's on Netflix called, and I thought of Cadillac Pat when I saw this, and I hope I'm going to text him later and ask him if he's seen it. So it's called Gold and Greed: The Hunt for Finn's Treasure.
Golden Greed, the hunt for Finn's treasure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in. This sounds good.
So there was this dude out in the West. His name was Finn. I forgot his first name. And he hid a treasure box full of, he said between $1 million to $2 million worth of gold and jewels.
Wow.
And in the Rocky Mountains somewhere. And then he put out a book with a poem that had clues to where it was hidden.
Oh, like the old David Blaine trick.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah.
had a treasure and he put
Yeah.
out a book. I love these.
And then the documentary is about the 10 years after and what transpired from doing this and the craziness and the amount of people that started looking at this and people that dedicated their lives to try to find it and I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but basically what happens when you do this and then the stories of everybody, and they pick like a handful of the people that actually have like dedicated years and years to try to find it. And
I have a little bit of this in me. Whenever these like ultimate treasure hunt things are, like whenever they make the news, like I get so excited for them.
Yeah.
I've always, I think as a young boy, hearing about like, because there were certain authors and people that would do these like grandiose treasure hunts that included the world.
Mm-hmm.
It almost made it feel like, to me, it almost felt like a what do you call that? Cannonball Run, where
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody was included. Like, oh, it's a mass dash to the treasure. I always thought it was crazy cool.
I had never heard of this, and I'm sure certain people have, but it was like an internet thing for went on for over 10 years. And he was playing into it. He'd go on like Good Morning America or something, or like local news, and release different clues throughout and he constantly, like, he was an old man that loved this. Like, he was a Cadillac Pat where like this fueled him and the crazier got in. He would talk to the hunters and like, he's in that world of these thousands of people that were searching. Like, he was a deity because he was the guy that hid the treasure, and like all these people dedicated their lives to trying to find it.
Are there still people that do it, or does it have a tragic ending?
No, I won't say, but
good.
I don't remember. Like, I remember lots of these other treasure hunts, but this particular one grabbed the whole. It had a better story. Like, I think most fizzle out because they get to a point where either they give too many clues and they gets found, or it becomes known that it looks like it's impossible to find. Right. Or like people start guessing, or I guess they start thinking like, did this person even hide a treasure, or is this all fraud? What I'm saying?
Right.
Because that could be that too.
Yeah. And you don't want to waste your time.
Yeah, you get a crazy person that says I hid a treasure, and then everybody's like, well, is this true? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess you'd have to.
I always end up thinking that, and I will say that out of all of these, and so we've got this one, so let's say Finn, then we've got David Blaine. There was one when I was a kid that was connected to a children's book, and the treasure wasn't a big treasure, but it was something cool. It was like you got Like, I think it was like $10,000 or something if you could piece together the clues
Okay.
to try and figure out the thing. But, the thing is, I've never seen anybody ever get the treasure. Like, there's been multiples of these, but I've never seen, like, when it turns out that somebody found the million of Finn's treasure. I think that would almost inject a little more realism into it, or make it, like, give it more perpetual motion. You know what I mean?
It no matter what, it's anticlimactic because only one person's going to find it. It's kind of like the lottery when it gets to over $1 billion, like the Powerball.
Yeah.
Where that's the story. And it's like, oh, the Powerball's at $1.3 billion. And everyone's like going crazy or whatever. And then, but when someone finally wins, everybody's like, oh. The hype
pressure release
is no one's won it. It's out there. Someone could win it. And then when someone wins, it's never. Everybody's like, okay, when someone finds the treasure, it's like, oh, it is. It can never be anything but that because the collective is disappointed.
I think about these, and I think that like all of these Bitcoin guys that have lost their Bitcoins. And there's hundreds of them.
That one guy stopped looking.
He did.
And he bought the landfill where it was, and then just gave up. Which I'm glad he gave up.
That's so sad, though, right?
You're never going to be able to find it.
Well, somebody will. And let's say somebody does. That'll be the new treasure, right? How cool would that be?
Most likely that's been, disintegrated through garbage acids and things. It was like, like
a little garbage acids on a USB drive. Come on.
A USB drive has been sitting there wet for years and years, just rusted to nothing.
Somebody will find one of them. I think that'll be cool. Somebody will find one of these Bitcoins and be like, I got a Bitcoin.
Maybe it was in someone's safe or an old, everybody, all these people that have these drives with Bitcoin in them will eventually get old and die, and then their estate sales, people will be finding. It'll be the new gold coin in an estate sale or some sort of valuable that it'll be in some computer hard drive or USB, which I'm guessing now, especially our age people, once their estate sales start happening in 30 years from now. People are going to have to start looking through their computers to find if they do have some sort of Bitcoin. Although most people have exchanges now, Coinbase or Binance, and it's going to be digitally.
It's pretty
easy to find,
Yeah.
But I guess
you'll just be locked out because it'll be two-party authentication or whatever, and you won't be able to get in, and you can't steal it.
Whatever their estate could get in, and that's the thing. If you die, you have a now a Binance account or whatever. It'll go to your estate, and then they'll let you in.
We'll start seeing this.
Yeah.
Maybe not in our lifetime, but I don't know. Let's try this one right here. Hold on here. Let's see if this thing works. There we go.
Tom, Dan, Petey, and Mike heard the segment on the ACT valuing personal treasures about the sewing machine. Tom, over in your neck of the woods, I think there's a sewing club studio across from the Porsche dealership on 1792. Maybe give it a shot. It might be someone to take your sewing machine to a good home, adopt it, love it, just like we love you, Tom.
Okay, this guy's just trying to bully you. Your Singer sewing machine. Did you keep that? Did you end up keeping that one?
It's in my garage under a pile of garbage, which I trip over every day.
Let me clean your garage.
You can never do it.
This is being a bit. Let me do it as a bit.
It would be impossible for you.
I could do it in piles.
No.
Well, it'd be impossible right now because I'm not moving well. If I had some helpers, Maisie'd love to help. She loves organizing, dude. That's her thing.
It's too far gone. It's not. It's to the point where you'd have to trash everything.
Oh, okay. Don't do that.
You have to. So it's really just a junk removal company.
Okay.
Can you do that?
I can do that.
But then you got to get past my crazy wife who wants to keep stuff. So then you have to let her emotionally detach from each item like a crazy hoarder.
Would you be able to pick her treasure, and would she be able to pick your treasure? If you house is on fire, you have to run in and grab one item, one physical item, obviously not the boys or anything living, she has to grab something and run out, and you have to save one thing of hers that and you got to get it right. do you know what the treasure would be? And would she know your treasure?
I'd probably grab her grandfather's ring.
Okay.
That probably means the most. And for me, nothing.
I like
She
that.
knows
That's a
it.
good answer. I like that.
I have no. The only thing I had was my plants, and they all died.
Oh, you want to talk about it yet? Or not yet? Not yet.
No, I'll talk about it. It's I've now. I'm
Everybody's
out of
like
the plant
you.
business.
Well, everybody's like you. Everybody is saying
It's all dead to me.
online. Yeah, everybody's saying online, hey,
It was a tremendous waste of my time.
they said we could have saved these plants. There was no chance. All of my plants are dead. Every person I see online that had plants that tried to save them, it's a 100% decimation of plants. There's
Yeah.
no like, oh, I saved 3 or 4. No, they're all gone.
Yeah.
You're like
a whole
like
backyard is
one
ruined.
of 6 different friends of mine that are plant people. All your plants are done.
Yeah. And then I was like, I blame myself. I was like, shouldn't have planted tropical plants in this zone. Like it tells you online, the information is like, hey, this is these tropical plants are for this zone, and you're out of the zone.
Now, do you ever clean it up or do you leave it dead and let it be a reminder of you? So when you're back there, all you look around, it's just
Oh
mishmash.
yeah. I hate
Yeah.
my backyard.
Yeah,
now. It disgusts me. I had to rake all weekend long. I had to rake like God, I'm like 15 bags of leaves, and while I was raking, I'm just disgusted.
And there's nothing you can do about it now.
No, and I'm done with it. I told Crystal the
Pull
other
them all
day,
out?
No, I'm just gonna leave it. I just said I used to enjoy making my backyard look nice, and I realized that this is a waste of time because at any point another freeze can come next year, the year after, or whatever, another 10 years from now, which is worse.
Maybe that's what makes it so precious.
Yeah, but
Because in a delicate moment, it can be destroyed at any moment.
and I could take the effort to. I was like, I could daisy chain a bunch of restaurant heaters together and heat my whole backyard.
Hold on. Is this
I have a
another
propane
high
tank.
idea? I love this
No,
idea.
well, because me and the wizard were like, because his yard was decimated too.
I didn't know he was a plant man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's a plant man?
Yeah. That's the only thing we talk about. That's the only thing we have in common because he's on the spectrum and I'm there.
You're there.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
I'm
if
there
I'm
hanging
there.
out.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm in the boat. The spectrum boat.
You're like you're not in the biker gang, but you support the 1%ers.
You know the person that runs onto the boat and then like delivers the mail and runs back on like I'm that.
You work at the cafeteria at the stupid
Spectrum
person
boat.
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so then we were like, how could we prevent this? We could daisy chain a bunch of heaters, and like first he was like, you can get a diesel heaters and whatever. Then I was looking up online, and then I just in the midpoint, I'm like, what the hell am I doing? Like this,
You're like, I'm out.
The plants were never meant to live here. I'm trying to force it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a tropical backyard in Central Florida.
And you did.
You
accomplished it. You did it.
Yeah, but to all that work for nothing. Like that's what kills me. It's I probably spent, hundreds of hours.
Yeah. But it's only nothing now. You were able to enjoy it. I don't think that's fair. You're acting as if you weren't out there like with it. You were. Now it is dead now, but wouldn't say it's for nothing. It just
Yeah, that's why I can't have animals. I'm like, I look at it and be like, you'll be dead soon. I'll be
get out of here. You'll be dead soon.
you can't live that long. Only birds live long.
And they're terrible.
Yeah, they're all terrible. I had to take care of my mother-in-law birds the other day, and they were screaming like right in my face. And I'm like, oh, please, I'm trying to feed you.
What were you doing? What do you have
I
to?
was trying to feed it. And then the one, Bubba
He's
likes
the
me,
oldest, yeah.
But Peanut, he's just screaming.
How is Peanut? We haven't heard
Oh,
from Peanut.
horrible. And then there's a new one.
Oh, there's a new one.
Plucked all its feathers out, so it's just got its head.
Oh, I like
and
it.
then
I
its
like that.
body.
I like when it's a gray skin sack and then a big cockatoo head.
Yeah. It scares me every time. I'm
It's
like,
very
God damn.
scary.
Then there's a cockatoo in there.
They're not affectionate at all. There's nothing there. There's nothing behind their eyes.
No. Yeah.
What do you feed them?
Oh, like a
Just seeds
myriad of seeds and
Fruits.
But they always have problems because like they always have some sort of intestinal.
too much mango. They have diarrhea.
Yeah, they always have something like don't feed it too much. Like what are the fatty
Funyuns. Oh, you give it Funyuns.
almonds?
Oh, you
give
got
'em
fatty liver.
Fatty
yeah.
liver.
Yeah.
So like no almonds or half an almond. I don't know. I'm just like, God damn.
Real question related to fatty liver. Has anybody checked on the Rizzler's health?
That's the kid, right?
Yeah. He's a big boy, right? His cholesterol's got to be way high.
No, I think kids can.
Do they have an exit plan for him? They
ma-
got an exit plan for Rizzler on like getting him to slim down a little bit?
No, you could be fat all your youth and be fine.
To what age can he Rizz?
To like Jelly Roll's age, and then once
42?
you
41, 42?
once you get Jelly Roll, then you got Ozempic down to nothing.
And
Just
then
like
he
did
then
it.
he'll be fine.
I think so. I think he's fine with enough money. You're fine. You could just go to the doctor. Like
We got to get out of here, but you and I got to go God. Everybody's going God now, and that's where the money's at, dude. Kid Rock went God. Jelly Roll went God. Kid Rock.
They've always
did you
been
know
God.
that Kid Rock? No, Kid Rock he's on the top of the charts in like spiritual and worship music for some new song. He just infiltrated the charts.
Yeah,
We can go God.
You know, we got to go right wing too.
Tons of money.
You look right wing.
I do.
So we can.
I
We
do.
can easily go there.
We don't
I
have to
care.
say anything. Can't we just look at it and go God? What if we just did God with my looks?
Yeah, you got to sprinkle in right. I mean, you got to. My name is Kid during the halftime. America First.
I can't do it. I can't
You
do
can
it.
do. You can. You
can't
can
do
do
it.
anything. You can do anything. All right. We'll be back, but we'll be back tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be back. Tomorrow. My brain is frazzled, dude. This shit's kicking my ass. All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, y'all.
Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with Weird Job and.
Oh yeah.